Dear students, last session we started the chapter Inverse Trigonometric Functions and learned the domain and range of various inverse trigonometric functions. Hope you studied well. Today we are going to learn properties of inverse trigonometric functions. Before that, please remember that if y is equal to sine inverse x, then x is equal to sine y, and if x is equal to sine y, then y is equal to sine inverse x. Therefore, sine inverse x, we know sine inverse x is y. So sine y is x. So sine of sine inverse x is equal to x, and this x belongs to the domain -1, 1. And similarly, sine inverse sine x. Sine x is y. Then sine inverse y. What is sine inverse y? Sine inverse y is x only. So again, sine inverse sine x is equal to x, and this x belongs to the range -π/2 π/2. This is true for other 5 trigonometric functions. Means cos of cos inverse x equal to x, cos inverse of cos x is equal to x, tan of tan inverse x equal to x, tan inverse of tan x equal to x. Similarly, cot inverse, cosec inverse, sec inverse. This is true for all 6 trigonometric functions. We move on to the first property. It has 3 subdivisions. 1. Sine inverse 1 by x is equal to cosec inverse x. And 2. Cos inverse 1 by x is equal to sec inverse x. And third one, tan inverse 1 by x is equal to cot inverse x. Clear? First one, sine inverse 1 by x is equal to cosec inverse x. CSC means cosec. Cos inverse 1 by x is equal to sec inverse x. And third one, tan inverse 1 by x is equal to cot inverse x. I will show the proof of first one. Put cosec inverse x is equal to y. Then x is equal to cosec y. Then 1 by x is equal to 1 by cosec y, and 1 by cosec y is sin y. So we have 1 by x is equal to sin y. Therefore, sine inverse 1 by x is equal to y. But what is y? Y is cosec x. Y is cosec inverse x. Therefore, sine inverse 1 by x is equal to cosec inverse x. Similarly, we can prove the other part also. Means cos inverse 1 by x is sec inverse x. Tan inverse 1 by x is cot inverse x. And again cosec inverse 1 by x will be sin inverse x. Sec inverse 1 by x will be cos inverse x. Cot inverse 1 by x is equal to tan inverse x. You must learn this property, all the properties. Now property 2. In class 11, we studied negative angles of sin x, cos x, tan x, cosec x, sec x and cot x. I hope you remember. That is sine of minus x is equal to minus sine x. Cos of minus x is equal to but cos x, etc. I know you are remembering. Now let's see what is negative angles of inverse functions. The first three we will see in property 2. Sine inverse negative x equal to negative sine inverse x. Tan inverse negative x equal to negative tan inverse x, and cosec inverse negative x equal to negative cosec inverse x. Now, it's very important one. Sine inverse, tan inverse, cosec inverse of negative angles we deal in this property. Sine inverse, tan inverse, cosec inverse of negative angles is equal to negative of the inverse functions. Now let's see the proof of the first one. We assume sine inverse negative x is equal to y, then by property negative x equal to sine y, so that x is equal to minus sine y, so x is equal to sine of negative y. So sine inverse x is equal to negative y, that is from where you have x is equal to sine of negative y, isn't it? Therefore, sine inverse x equal to negative y. But y is equal to sine inverse negative x. So we have sine inverse x equal to negative y equal to negative sine inverse minus x. Therefore, sine inverse x is equal to minus sine inverse of negative x, or sine inverse negative x is equal to negative sine inverse x. Similarly, we can prove the other parts. You must know how this property has come. That's why I showed you the proof of one of this. Actually, it's proof, no need of learning, but you should know how it is. In property 2, we learned sine inverse negative x, then what else? Cosec inverse negative x and tan inverse negative x. Now, the remaining three inverse trigonometric functions of negative angles. So, property 3, cos inverse negative x equal to pi minus cos inverse x, not minus cos inverse x. Okay, remember. Similarly, sec inverse negative x equal to pi minus sec inverse x, and cot inverse negative x equal to pi minus cot inverse x. When you learn, you must compare and learn property 2, sine inverse, cosec inverse, tan inverse. Property 3, cos inverse, sec inverse, cot inverse of negative angles equal to pi minus the respective inverse functions. Now let's see the proof of first one. We assume cos inverse negative x is y. From this we can write negative x equal to cos y, so that x is equal to minus cos y. Minus cos y is same as cos of 180 minus theta, or cos of 180 minus y. It is not cos of minus y. Cos of minus y is cos y, positive y. But here negative cos y. So cos of pi minus y. Therefore, cos inverse x is equal to pi minus y, that is same as pi minus cos inverse negative x. Therefore, cos inverse negative x is equal to pi minus cos inverse x. Similarly, we can prove the other parts. Now property 4, an easy property. It's first one, sin inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. See, same x, same angle. Then second one, tan inverse x plus cot inverse x equal to pi by 2. Cosec inverse x plus sec inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Remember, same values for x, then sin inverse x plus cos inverse x will be pi by 2. So sum of inverse trigonometric functions tan inverse x, cot inverse x will be pi by 2 if for same x values. Similarly, sum of cosec inverse and sec inverse for the same value of x equal to pi by 2. Now let's see how we can prove first one. We assume sin inverse x equal to y, then x is equal to sin y. We studied sin theta equal to cos of 90 minus theta. So sin y can be written cos of pi by 2 minus y. So cos inverse x equal to pi by 2 minus y. But y is equal to sin inverse x. So we have cos inverse x equal to pi by 2 minus sin inverse x. Hence, sin inverse x plus cos inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Similarly, we can prove the other parts. Now, property 5, here also there are 3 subdivisions. These 3 properties are very important one. Observe the first one, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y. See here x and y are different. Tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy with a certain condition. Xy is less than 1. Means when you multiply this x and y, it should be less than 1. Then you must use this formula or this identity or this property. But the second one, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi plus tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Here the condition x and y, when you multiply these two, it should be greater than 1 and x is positive, x should be greater than 0, y also greater than 0. So what are the conditions? X is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, and when we multiply x and y, it should be greater than 1. Then tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi plus tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Observe first and second once again. First one, tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Here xy is less than 1. Second one, second property, when xy is greater than 1, at the same time x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, then tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to pi plus tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Then the third property, tan inverse x minus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse of x minus y by 1 plus xy. Here the product is greater than minus 1. Must remember all these properties. Let's see the proof of first one. Let tan inverse x is equal to theta, tan inverse y is equal to phi, a Greek alphabet. Then x is equal to tan theta, y is equal to tan phi. And we know the identity, tan of theta plus phi equal to tan theta plus tan phi by 1 minus tan theta tan phi, which we learned in class 11. But tan theta is x and tan phi is equal to y. So tan of theta plus phi is equal to x plus y by 1 minus xy. So we have theta plus phi equal to tan inverse of x plus y by 1 minus xy. Theta is what? Tan inverse x. Phi is tan inverse y. So we have tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y by 1 minus xy. Now in this result, if we replace y by negative y, we'll get the third result. Must remember all these three properties. Now property 6, that is the last one. 2 tan inverse x is equal to sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. Again, 2 tan inverse x equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. Again, 2 tan inverse x is equal to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. So, 2 tan inverse x has three different form. All these three you must learn. So 2 tan inverse x you can write down in terms of sin inverse, in terms of cos inverse and in terms of tan inverse. How do we write 2 tan inverse x in terms of sin inverse? It is equal to sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. In terms of cos inverse, it is equal to cos inverse 1 minus x square by 1 plus x square. In terms of tan inverse, it is equal to tan inverse 2x by 1 minus x square. Let's see how we can prove the first one. That means we are going to prove 2 tan inverse x is equal to sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. So we put tan inverse x is equal to y, then x is equal to tan y. Now let's take the right hand side. Sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x square equal to sin inverse 2. X we put it as tan y. So sin inverse 2 tan y by 1 plus tan square y. We studied in class 11 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sin 2 theta. So here it is sin inverse of sin 2y. Sin inverse of sin 2y is equal to 2y, that is equal to 2 tan inverse x. So we have 2 tan inverse x is equal to sin inverse 2x by 1 plus x square. Similarly, we can prove the second and third one. Now, all these 6 properties you must write in your notebook and learn. Now, we want to do questions. See, it is from your textbook, that exercise 2.1. Find the principal values. Now, what do you mean by principal values? Last session we learned principal branch. Do you remember? Range. It is the range of sine inverse function. Range of sine inverse is closed interval minus pi by 2, pi by 2. So principal value means value must be within this prescribed closed interval. So the process of finding is called find the principal values. Now let's see question number 1. Find the principal values of sine inverse negative half. Here you can apply the property. Sine inverse negative x equal to negative sine inverse x. So, sine inverse negative half equal to negative sine inverse half. How do we get sine inverse half? The value of the angle at which the sine function is half, isn't it? We know sine 30 or sine pi by 6 equal to 1 by 2. Remember, sine pi by 6, sine pi by 6 is equal to 1 by 2. So, sine inverse 1 by 2 equal to negative pi by 6. And of course, that negative pi by 6 is within the closed interval negative pi by 2, pi by 2. So, this is the principal value of sine inverse negative half. Now, second from their textbook, question number 3, cosec inverse 2. We know by property cosec inverse x is equal to sine inverse 1 by x. So, cosec inverse 2 equal to sine inverse half. And sine inverse half is equal to pi by 6. That again belong to the closed interval minus pi by 2, pi by 2. Now, fifth question from the textbook, cos inverse negative half. This is equivalent to the property cos inverse minus x. Cos inverse minus x is pi minus cos inverse x. So, cos inverse negative half equal to pi minus cos inverse half. Now, we know cos 60 is half, right? Cos 60. That is cos pi by 3 equal to half. So, cos inverse half is pi by 3. So, we have pi minus pi by 3, that is 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 is 120. So, it is within the closed interval 0 to pi, that is the range or branch, principal value of cos inverse negative half. Okay, this way we are finding principal values. Now, from your textbook, same exercise, questions 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 on similar lines you have to do. So what to do is you write down all the 6 properties and then these 3 sums. Then 2 more sums we will be doing today and this homework questions to be done after that. Today 2 more questions. Question number 11. Find the values. Tan inverse 1 plus cos inverse minus half plus sin inverse minus half. Tan inverse 1 is pi by 4. Cos inverse minus half is pi minus pi by 3. And sin inverse minus half is minus pi by 6. Now on simplification we are getting 3 pi by 4. Now question number 14. Tan inverse root 3 minus sec inverse minus 2. Tan inverse root 3 means the value of theta at which its tan is root 3. We know tan 60 is root 3. So tan inverse root 3 is pi by 3 minus of sec inverse minus x. By property it is pi minus sec inverse 2. So pi by 3 minus pi plus sec inverse 2 is cos inverse 1 by 2. And cos inverse 1 by 2 is pi by 3. On simplification, we are getting negative pi by 3. Okay, so you must do these 2 questions also in the notebook. Then do the homework questions. So first write down all the properties, what all you see in this video. Then these 2 sum, all the sums together and then go to homework questions. See that you are learning the property very well. Then only we can do next session's problems.